Today we're going to look at and analyze Henry Matisse's Goldfish in a Bowl. And you can see it's in a glass, more like a glass, and there are quite a few goldfish in there, round table, patterns, and some black outlines. And that's why Matisse was called a wild beast, because of his outlines. So we are going to do our own version and use black outlines. Now, for you guys, I want you to take it a little step further, and I want us to observe the details on goldfish. For example, the mouth, the eyes. If it's coming straight at you, that's what it would look like. If you would like to show the detail of the fins, they are definitely more graceful than just drawing a triangle, but that's okay if we do draw a triangle. Matisse did it that way too. You see? This is just a couple of points, and if the mouth is closed, it goes downward because it makes that fish mouth when it opens, right? That rounded kind of mouth. So I'm going to do this very quickly right now, and then I can play it slower later. But when we look at a glass is a cylinder, right? Because you can hold it. It's round on top and bottom. It's not a rectangle. Some of us might draw a rectangle, but then you're not showing the three-dimensional quality of a cylinder. It looks like a long skinny oval on top. So if we look at these are in the slideshow. You can see the simple outlines of it, and then the way Matisse drew a glass, a cylinder, which is a cylinder. So the first step, again, this is not for you to follow. Draw very lightly. I drew too dark. Long skinny oval, vertical lines, down, then another curve to match the top curve, and then for the water line, like Matisse has there, take and make an oval that touches there. Okay, or it can be lower. It can actually be lower, but it's another oval showing that the water is in a glass that's a cylinder. So it takes the shape of the vessel. That's the way you describe it in science. So now you'd be ready to do goldfish. They could be facing all different ways. You can begin with a very light sketch like this, oval and 2 points, point on top and bottom, round eye. Maybe the mouth is closed there. But if it's open, I would make it round like that. Maybe you're going to look closely at the photos that I provided in the slideshow and make your fins a little bit differently. You can even put in some of the scales if you look closely. So again, I'm doing this really quickly. You can put this part on the bottom, which Matisse does show here. Okay, again, it's because it's a cylinder and the bottom is round, so it would not be straight. The other thing is the table, rounded, so curve it down. And because Matisse was known for his bright colors and patterns and black outlines, then we have to think of something that you want to do for some patterns. I like the green leaves he did, some plants in the background, and that's why his water looks mostly green, because it's reflecting, the green's reflecting from whatever's around it. You can put patterns anywhere. Make this a little lighter. Then when you color, notice the top is lighter than the bottom, okay, and even that part at the bottom is lighter. You're going to outline it. If you have a Sharpie or a skinny marker or a black colored pencil, that would be best. All right. So you have to use what you have. And if it's a black pen, you can use a black pen, but outline everything. And then I am going to put some scales. I'm going to add to the fins. The eye is black, but if you really look up close, you can see some of the white around it. Okay, and on the inside, I don't have to trace this. I can just make it a lighter color, this part lighter than that, right? And then that lighter than everything. And then this, whatever's in the background. So we are, once again, going to trace everything, erase your pencil marks, and color with whatever you have. And, you know, they're called goldfish because they have some yellow and some orange. You can use whatever you have to color, which means could be marker, but be careful if you didn't use a Sharpie not to blur. Oh, I didn't outline his mouth. Okay, so you're going to take your time and look at the slideshow if you need to see anything again.